Now I got 32 flavors of that bootylicious bubble gum. I woke up with that song stuck in my head. Good morning, it's fancy coffee time. Happy Friday! We made it, guys. We did. Oh, it was so fucking hot in this house last night. I was cranky. We had 2 of the high velocity fans going, and I put them in front of the cold air vents. That way, when the cold air comes out of the vent, it just shoots across the house. It was over 80 degrees in here last night. It was like 96 outside. Oh, I was so on edge and cranky. You have no idea. Because yesterday was like such a busy day. I did not get to stop for like 2 seconds. You guys don't understand. It was so busy. Okay, PA has a law where you're not even allowed to pick up your phone and look at it while you're in the car. If you're driving, somebody better control your phone for you. Okay? I was so busy yesterday. I don't play with my phone while driving. It ain't worth it. But I had like 300 missed text messages in one day. Don't be judgy. A lot of those are group messages. Okay? Do you see the hot flash? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's coming. It's coming out of nowhere. Listen, my husband is getting so well trained on hot flashes. Last night I was making dinner and I was doing turkey beans for meal prep because I lost them when the freezer broke. And he heard. I go, ooh, it's usually how the hot flashes start. And I said, ooh. And he goes, babe, are you okay? And I was like, it's getting hot in here. And I shit you not, that man came up and stood next to me while I was portioning out turkey beans into prep containers, holding my hot flash fan for me. That man, you don't understand what that did in my soul, okay? The fact that he's standing there holding the fan during my hot flash. And then the hot flash was over, and he sees the sweat, and he goes, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Perimenopausal Desiree is so grateful for her husband. You have no idea. Then last night, when it was like 80 degrees in here and I was getting kind of sort of a little bit cranky, he was like, babe, please don't get cranky with me. It's not my fault. It's hot. I was like, you know what? You're right. So that's where we are. I don't know what I was talking about before that. Before the hot flash kicked in. It's gone. It's tits Fritz. Let's make our coffee. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So 300 texts. The group chats were popping off. I'm in like 3 group chats with different content creators, like a group of us friends. And then I have like 8 different group chats with my group of friends. But it's really weird because, now that I think about it, we should just have one big group chat, you guys. Maddie, Erica, Sud, Billy, Claire. We have so many different group chats. Why do we have so many different group chats? Can we just make one? I just now thought of this. Yeah, we should do that. Somebody should create it because I'm putting the suggestion out there. And I know that whoever of my friends is watching this video is going to be the first one to start the group chat and be like, I love you, Desiree. I'm like, I love you too. And it's Tits Fruits. We got some toasted marshmallow syrup, also known as Marsha. Everybody asks where I get this. It's from Ollie's. Okay? It's 2 doll hairs and 29 cents. And then this one is from Aldi's too. Ollie's. That's the name. This one's from Ollie's too, but I'm getting super sad because we only have that much of that one left, and I can't find it again. And I hunted for this, okay? I was like Dog the Bounty Hunter up in Ollie's looking for this Dubai chocolate shit. You don't even know. You don't know. We're in a frothy coup. Everyone warns me about that max overfill line. I don't ever pay attention to that. If we overfill, we overfill. You know? No biggie. So we have Nannette Nespresso. If you don't know about the Nespresso machine, first of all, Nespresso, I feel like we should be friends. Because all of my friends are buying this machine so that we can all have fancy coffee time together in the morning. Okay, this is a thing, Nespresso. We have fancy coffee time together all the time. You can come to it if you want. But when you come to fancy coffee time, there is a rule if you want to join us. You're probably getting a lot of feedback from that fan. There is a rule if you'd like to join us for fancy coffee time, Nespresso. Okay, first of all, this is Nannette. She's your niece. Nancy was her mother. You don't get to come to fancy coffee time if you have a fur baby and you don't put their picture in my comment section. So if there's a baby, like a cute little searching curtains, see, then you put them in my comment section so we can all love on the fur baby. You see what I'm saying? Okay, back to Nannette Nespresso. We're gonna open her up Boom. She's gonna drop our pod, and then we're gonna pick our new pod. And I think today, I don't know. Today we're gonna go with Stormio. It's an extra caffeine one. We're gonna pop that down, boom, hit the button, it's Gucci. And then we're gonna take our foam frothy thing, Fancy Francine, okay? We're gonna put her on, boom, turn it on. Red is hot foam. If you hold it, it'll turn blue, that's cold foam. Nannette Nespresso is available on TikTok Shop if you would like to get her, okay? She's gonna come with the Nannette Nespresso. She's also gonna come with the frother, and she's gonna come with 62 pods. She's on sale. You can use the little link madink, and then you can join us for fancy coffee time too. Because we love it. We love it. Did you guys see Mama Loves Macros got her fancy coffee? Listen, we were over there this weekend, and I took Nancy Nespresso before she made her final pilgrimage down to Sudbury, right? So, why aren't you bright? Silly goose. So, it wasn't even morning time. When I got to Mama Loves Macros' house, we had to set up Nancy. And her husband, Tom, had never had fancy coffee. She was like, well, I have to warn you, before I went to Erica's house, she messaged me and she was like, are you bringing Nancy? Because I only have a Keurig and I know it's not fancy coffee. Because all of my friends know I am a snob for this coffee, okay? So anyways, I did take Nancy. And I made Mom Loves Macros' husband a cup of coffee. Now, she was like, when I got there and I set up Nancy, she was like, he's not gonna let me buy one. He let her buy one. She got one. And when I said, Tom, will you let your buy? Well, I made him a cup of coffee. And then he drank it. And I was like, will you let your wife buy an espresso now? And he was like, let her? Like, he basically was like, yeah, I don't control what she does. She does whatever the fuck she wants. But Mom Loves Macros, I made her husband an espresso. And he loved it so much that they are now owners of an espresso. Okay? If you love coffee. And listen, it's a pricier coffee machine. And the pods are they're like $1.50 a piece. But I get the pod refiller. And I do that too. You know? So it saves money. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just be drinking fancy coffee all day. Okay, hold on. We're gonna overflow, Susan. Ooh. Yum. It's so dang good. So yeah, I was behind on text messages. I was running all day yesterday. I had to get laundry done. Everything was dirty. Every single Sudbury Terrace house I owned needed washed, okay? And I have enough to where I only have to wash them like once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks, you know? Okay, so today is gonna be insane. Husband's gotta get outside and mow the grass before it gets way too hot. We are having people over tomorrow. It's not gonna be anything like crazy, or, you know, I think it's just our group, you know, small group. I didn't want to have to worry about 1 million people being here, so just our close family. And so we're having that. We got chicken burgers, we'll have regular hot dogs for the kids, we'll have regular burgers, and then tons of sides. I have to start whipping up side dishes today. And I'm excited. So hubby's going to get the kids fireworks so they can have stuff to play with. He's also going to GNC because they have a ghost sale right now. If you did not know, GNC is doing buy one, get one free on Ghost energy drinks. You have to have a pro membership. So he's got to go run around and pick up all of his Ghost because he placed orders online everywhere. It's insane. But when you're getting an energy drink for $1 a can and they're usually like $3.50, you got to stock up, you know? I finally got my turkey beans made. I was craving turkey beans so bad. I did film it. So I have that. I do, and it's probably like, I don't know, once every 2 or 3 months because I do it in bulk. I do a big batch of turkey beans. Now it's just the Holy Trinity: carrot, celery, and ding dong, also known as onion, or not carrot, celery. Carrot, celery, and onion is mirepoix. But the Holy Trinity, what I put in the turkey beans: onion, celery, and ding dong, also known as bell pepper. That's when green bell goes ding dong. So throw that in with the smoked turkey leg. And for this batch, I always switch up my beans. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for, you know, because we eat beans and lentils almost every day. They're really good for you. Okay, I know some people just absolutely hate beans and lentils. We love them, and they are fuel for your body, so we eat them like crazy. So yeah, threw that all in the Instapot. I do make it, like, I make enough to where it's multiple batches of it, you know? And then I got enough. Out of 3 pounds of beans, I got enough with dinner last night for 18 meals for me and my husband in prep. So the way that I do that, this is 4 portions. 1 portion is 1 ladle scoop, and I will portion it just like this. So then when I pull this out of the fridge or freezer and let it thaw, I know that this is a side dish for dinner, you know? And honestly, it's a side dish, but oftentimes I eat it just like this. I don't even add anything to it. So you do that with the turkey drumsticks and the veggies and the beans. And then when it's done cooking, you season it afterwards. So I'm gonna get that video edited and posted today. Very excited about that. I've had a lot of people asking me for workout videos. I will give you guys some home workouts, but I'm warning you, they're not gonna have any sound. I cannot tell you how many videos I have uploaded for subscribers with my music in the background. And like, it's really weird how Facebook copyright works, okay? So like, I will tag the song through the Facebook sound, right? And I thought that if I did that, that it would prevent me from getting hit on my account. Nay. No, I was putting out all those workout videos with my sounds like in the background, even though I tagged the song on Facebook and my sound was in the background, because the sound of mine in the background was a different clip, like a different portion of the song playing, I got hit with copyrights. So I got really discouraged on posting workout videos because who wants to watch me just working out with no sound at all? So you guys have been asking for them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together upper body, a lower body, and a core workout at home. And I will put those over in subscribers. They're gonna be so simple. Something that you can do with a canned good as your weight if you need to. But it's just gonna be body weight resistant exercises, okay? Because I think what a lot of people forget is that when they're starting off in the very beginning, they see me doing my exercises and they're like, oh, I want to do that. When you start off at the very beginning, you gotta start off easy. When I started at the gym, my first week at the gym, I wasn't allowed to do anything but sit on an exercise bike. My husband's orders. I had to go get clearance by my doctor on my foot. Even with that clearance, there's a lot of things that I probably shouldn't do in the gym that I still do because I don't know how to fucking listen. And that's who I've always been. I don't plan on changing. We gotta start out small. Okay, I think a lot of getting in the gym and getting comfortable is gonna be getting over your fucking head. Like getting over yourself in your head. You know, like I was so nervous the first time I walked into the gym. I was walking in there with my cane and I shit you not. I was like, I give my husband my phone. First time I ever walked into the gym. And I was like, here, record this. So I give him my phone and he's recording it and it's just me walking in with my cane. I love my husband. He never once signed up to be my videographer as Desiree, the content creator. He signed up to be my husband. So whenever he does something silly, when I ask him to record a video and I get a little peeved, I gotta remind myself that he signed up to be my husband and not my videographer. Okay? Because as I was walking into Planet Fitness and he's just supposed to be recording me walking in the door, I'm like 8 feet from the door and he goes, babe. And I was like, what? And I'm thinking to myself, why are you ruining my video, Sanjay? Turn around in the video. And I said, what? And he said, did you look in the mirror before you left? I said, no. Why would I? I'm going to the gym. I'm not going to a fucking fashion show. He goes, babe, you can see your underwear. I wore white underwear with black leggings to the gym first time. And my husband was like, you know what? If you're going to walk in here nervous about what other people are going to see, I'm going to point out everything. But no, it's getting over your head, okay? Because if walking into that gym, if I would have been way too into my head, him saying that about my underwear, and you could see my underwear when I walked in through my pants, I would have been like, this is so stupid, I'm going home. But I didn't let it get in my head, okay? So get in the gym. Start doing like little things. Get on an exercise bike. You know, go in, and just do some arm swings. That's what I do every morning. I do. Shh. And I do it with breathing, okay? And then I do my yoga, and then I do downward. And I just like, I like to open up my body in the morning. So after we do fancy coffee time, I go into the living room, I do yoga, I do wall sits, I do my stretches. I like to just get the blood moving. Hi, Sir Chinkertons. Hi, buddy. He is so bossy lately. He does not like this heat. He has been very upset about how hot it's been in his house, and he's been telling everybody about it. Huh, Bubba? So, yeah. Just gotta get out of here. So I'm gonna do some workouts. Not this weekend. Probably early next week. I have it on my list of things to do. Okay? Because I do want to give you guys some basic workouts that you can do at home. But it doesn't really have to be anything crazy. Okay? a lot of like what I've learned with foundational movements is getting like your movement down, making sure that when you're bending with your hips and not your back. I yell at my husband all the time. He doesn't listen to me. His back goes out all the time. And even our chiropractor, Dr. Biddle, amazing chiropractor. If you need a chiropractor in West Midland, Dr. Biddle, okay? My husband, his back goes out all the time. His back goes out all the time. And here's the thing that I think a lot of men don't understand. They can go in the gym and they can lift these super duper heavy weights. My husband has been bodybuilding for a long time. Okay, he took some years off while we were busy being alcoholics, but now he's back to it. What men and what my husband don't understand is you can pick up 500 pounds and be super strong. But if you can't bend over, get down on the floor, and get back up without assistance, you might want to check your strength. Because see, lifting, that's cool. That's cool. Like being able to like bench press 250, sweet. But don't you want to be able to get up off the ground when you're done playing with your grandkids? And that's why I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, you need to do yoga. We need to work on your foundational fitness, your foundational, like his back goes out all the time. And ever since his back went out this last time while we were working on the yard, I decided, because, you know, your girl's in school, to start paying attention to what the fuck he's doing wrong. Yeah. I think a big part of it is he is so tall. And the upper part of his body, like his shoulders and stuff, are way bigger and way wider. So a lot of what I see my husband do is like when he's bending, he's not, like when he bends, he doesn't hinge his hips. When he bends, his back bends. And I'm like, Jason, you are doing this to yourself. I hate to be like, there's the only thing wrong with your back is that you have not properly built your muscles up to support your back. So me and the doctor, our chiropractor, everyone is like lecturing him about letting me do yoga, because I think especially with men, they're like too scared to try things that are intimidating. First time I did yoga, I was scared shitless, but now it's like, I don't think I would be as calm as I am without yoga, truly. Like in my soul. If I'm having a bad day, I will go outside and ground in my yard and do yoga and meditate in my yard, because it's just, anyways, I think with men, they want to do like the bulky, the strength fitness, you know, they want to be like, oh, I'm a power builder. But it's like simple things like proper footing and bending, hinging our hips properly that my husband is going to have to learn. So the last couple times he's been over, I will stop him what he's doing, and I don't care if he gets mad at me. Like, Jason, you want to see what I just saw you do? And I will show him exactly what he just did, and I'll be like, do you see? Do you see? Because what he likes to do is he'll like bend forward on his toes and bend down like that. So then all of your, like, it's your back getting hit with it, right? So when they say lift with your knees, not with your back, or lift with your legs, not with your back, what they mean by that is like when you bend down to lift something, your heels should stay on the ground the entire time. And as you're bending, you should push your weight into your heels. Lift with your legs, not with your back. So it's like a foundational force that you're pushing yourself into the ground with your heels to pull things up. Does that make sense? So my husband, who I can't even tell you how many times this man has thrown his back out. And this last time when he was doing the hedges, that was the worst. It's been over 2 weeks. Like, I've been battling poison ivy, he's been battling a back. Okay? I think the first week was the worst. I think he went to our chiropractor like 3 times that week. And the chiropractor was like, yeah, it's like all the way out. But even the chiropractor was like, let your wife help you. My husband won't let me help him because he's scared. Because men are scared of yoga. I don't know why. Not all men. I mean, I know there's some men there. Like, I went to yoga with a couple men. Well, not like, well, they were there. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, I think, okay, now I'm gonna say this the nicest way possible. I think we're so trained to make things easy on ourselves that we're willing to fuck ourselves up to make shit easy. Yep, convenience is costing us so much in this world. Because my husband, his convenience is just bending down, right? It's just the easiest way to get it. But it's harder to retrain your brain to do something that's not convenient. Is it convenient every time my husband bends over that he makes sure his legs are facing forward and that they're in shoulder width and that he hinges with his hips? It's crucial. It's completely inconvenient, but it's crucial. Because the more that he keeps messing up his back, and this is what I'm telling you, like the more you keep messing up your back, the more you're affecting the permanent blood flow, the more you're like building up scar tissue in that area. When your muscles rip and your back goes out and everything inflames, you continuously do that time after time after time, you're doing more harm than good. So give up the convenience, get back to like the foundational exercises that they don't even teach us this in school. You know, you would think that like things that are going to keep us going until we're 80 would be taught in school and we would apply it every single day, but they're not. Like every morning you should get up, you should do some sort of movement. You know, I do my arm circles, I do my swings. Sometimes I jump, like do little like mini jumps like this because that's lymphatic like flowing, but not all the time because my foot, obviously. So yeah, me and my husband, he will be doing yoga this weekend because me and TJ have a game plan to force him to do yoga at 4th of July. We were like, do you think we should do group yoga? And TJ was like, that would be fucking hysterical if all of us did group yoga. Like not even like a serious yoga sesh, just funny. And stretch his muscles a little bit. Because last week? Yeah, last week. I woke up in the middle, no, it was the weekend before, the weekend of Father's Day. Because it was Friday night, Thursday night going into Friday. And I had to go prep for, no, it was Saturday. It was Friday night going into Saturday. I don't know. Who fucking cares? Why do those details matter? That's my brain. That's how it works. Like, I can't talk about it until you know every detail. I need its toot spurts. So, I was sleeping and I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like screaming in pain. I had the biggest glute cramp. I've never had a Charlie horse in my glute before. But oh my God, it hurt. And I was like screaming, like it like woke me up. And so like 10 minutes probably I was dealing with this and my husband's freaking out. He's like, do we need to go to the hospital? Like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I just like, so the next thing you know, I'm legitimately, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in there doing yoga, stretching, and that was the only relief I could get. People don't understand, a lot of times you're in pain and you're stiff because you're not using those muscles. So I was in pain and I knew using my muscle in yoga positions would help bring blood flow into that muscle. When you stretch a muscle, blood flows through that muscle, okay? So I knew by doing this yoga with that cramp in my leg that I was pulling blood into that muscle, and that's what I did. I laid on that bed in the weirdest poses you would ever imagine, stretching that muscle out, and that's the only thing that would make the cramp go away. And my husband was like, why would you do yoga? Because it's what works. Because I have a lot of trust issues with doctors. And if I can figure out how to yoga my way out of it, guess what I'm going to do? We're going to yoga our way out of it. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for enduring my hot flashes with me. I am going to go get ready and get dressed and go to the gym and get a workout in. I'm going to do full body today. Upper, core, lower. Just because I feel like it. Sometimes I just like throw it around what I'm doing, you know. This week's workouts have been good though. So yeah, I'm gonna get off here. I hope you have a wonderful day. 3 things I'm grateful for. Fancy coffee time with you. Bands, they saved us. And the 3rd thing I'm grateful for is yoga. It's brought me a peace that I did not know I could ever have. It's brought me strength that I didn't know I could have. It brings me calm to my soul, you know? So those are 3 things I'm grateful for. Tell me 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things you love about yourself. And I hope you have a great day. Okay, love you, bye.